Most people think getting rich is about luck, connections, or starting with money. But psychology shows something uncomfortable. The poor who eventually get rich don't win a lottery. They play a completely different mental game. While others focus on income, they focus on behavior. While others chase motivation, they rewire habits. The real money game isn't taught in schools, and once you see it, you realize why most people stay stuck financially, even when opportunities are everywhere. The first shift happens in how they see money itself. Psychology shows that people who stay poor often see money as emotional relief, something that removes stress, fear, or shame. So when money comes in, it gets spent to feel better. Rich-minded individuals see money as a tool, not therapy. They separate emotion from spending. This single distinction changes everything. When money stops being emotional, it starts becoming strategic. Next is delayed gratification. Poor-minded thinking is shaped by short-term survival. The brain learns to grab what feels good now because the future feels uncertain. But psychology shows that people who build wealth train their brain to tolerate discomfort longer. They invest time, energy, and money into things that don't pay immediately. Not because they're patient by nature, but because they've learned to trust long-term reward over short-term relief. Another hidden factor is identity. Most people try to make more money without changing who they believe they are. Psychology explains this as identity-based behavior. Your actions will always align with the version of yourself you believe in. People who escape poverty slowly adopt a new identity. Someone who plans, someone who learns, someone who thinks in systems. Once identity shifts, behaviors follow automatically. Then there's how they react to setbacks. For many, failure confirms a belief of limitation. This isn't for people like me. But psychology shows that resilient individuals interpret failure as feedback, not proof. Losses don't feel personal. They feel instructional. This keeps the brain open instead of defensive. When the ego stays out of the way, learning accelerates. They also understand leverage differently. Most people trade time for money forever, but people who build wealth look for leverage early. Skills, knowledge, networks, systems. Psychology explains that this comes from internal locus of control, the belief that outcomes are influenced by actions, not fate. When you believe your actions matter, you start building assets instead of chasing paychecks. Finally, they stop chasing motivation and build structure instead. Motivation is emotional and unreliable. Structure is psychological and stable. Routines remove decision fatigue. Habits reduce resistance. When the brain doesn't need to argue with itself every day, progress becomes inevitable. Wealth becomes a byproduct, not a miracle. So, getting rich isn't about being smarter than everyone else. It's about playing a different psychological game while others keep playing the visible one. And if you want more psychology-based videos that break down money, mindset, and the hidden rules most people never learn, subscribe now.